Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. I finally did it! I finally got enough stuff to Utengray to finish the coffee shop out here. I'm so excited. We are visiting Tamara. We are going to bring her resources to sell. We have brought workers. After you conclude the exchange, Tamara seems to have an epiphany, realizing you have now brought everything she needs. We got insight. Wait, that's it, I'm sure of it, she declares elatedly. Well, let me check my documents. Hang on. You watch as Tamara rummages through various parchments and other items that are strewn messily across her desk, her expression one of playfully constrained seriousness. Soon she is using her forefinger to trace a line down to a specific scroll that fetters out the ground, mumbling to herself as she does so. When her voice comes in again, it is full of triumph. Yes, everything is ready and accounted for. I shall send word to our allies at once, and construction will begin forthwith. She chuckles heartily, clearly happy. Recomposing herself and fixing you with her eyes, she smiles warmly. I can hardly thank you enough, Vagrus. Without you, none of this would have been possible, and believe me, that is not lost on me. Though I'm sure the construction itself will prove arduous, I've no doubt that we'll get the result we need, especially given that those in my employ are entirely of the voluntary proclivity. You ask Tamara how long she thinks setting up the hall will take, and she cannot help but smile. Well, given how things tend to be, I'd say 90 days. I have, of course, been informed that it should take no more than 70, but Papa always said that it's best to assume the worst, so I'll say 90. I suppose we'll see, won't we? She muses, raising an eyebrow at you. Only time will tell, it seems. We will bid her farewell for now. That's it. All right. 90 days, eh? Looks like we've completed the quest, though. So, we'll see. So 90 days, so it's month 3, day 18. So I guess month 6, day 18. Maybe we'll come back and see how that goes. All right. Well, I thought it would do more, but apparently not. I do have some stuff to do. Where am I taking this? All right, the Caverns of Largus and Cobber. Okay, so I think the plan now, we'll just gun it for Cobber, and then I believe, yes, our astrolabe has been recharged. So we're going to go back to Torzeg's shelter, and we're gonna help Javic meet with his friend out in the boonies. I forget exactly what it is, like the forest. It's like that spiky land to the southwest. I know exactly where it is on the map, but I don't remember the name of it. Almost to the caverns. A little further. Yeah, I think that probably, just based on like how difficult it is to get stuff done in this game, like these tasks where you have to just like drag so many supplies to places, that'll probably be the only one that I bother showing on camera. Maybe because the DLC for Vagrus, the next one I should say, is supposed to come out next year. So once we wrap up Javic's questline, I'm kind of thinking, just based on all of the quests we've done, which is a lot, you can see, this one just seems to never end. And this one just kind of like gather all the codexes. Yeah, Javic's quest. This one is a fetch quest. This one is how we'll end the game, or at least, you know, temporarily. We've technically finished this one. We just didn't want to let Scornar go. And then this one seems to be another like fetch quest as long. And I also, so I stumbled across this one. So Wazir High, you can also just bring a bunch of resources to and upgrade. So maybe I'll do that like off camera, after we've like put a pause on the series, and then when we come back for the DLC, I can show completing those 2 quests. So, oh, hello. So you guys can see what that looks like too. But I probably won't record that until we come back to the series. So yeah, I don't need any more slaves. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to get back to Cobber. I think what we'll do, we probably have, I guess it depends on how long Javic's quest line takes, but I'm guessing we probably have like 2 to 3 more episodes out of this, the quest line of his. And then Vagrus will go on hiatus. I have put out a poll to the subscriber community of my channel, asking what games people would like to see played next. Sunless Sky is currently leading the way. Not a ton of votes in so far, but it's like I put it out yesterday night or something like that, so it's not been that long. But if you want to go vote in the poll, let me know. But Sunless Sky, or Sunless Sea, I should say, is leading the way. Oh, I forgot to turn in my thing at Caverns of Largus. Sorry, guys. Oh, well. Whatever. See, that's what I get for talking and not paying attention. I don't want to buy all the maximum supplies. What am I doing? All right, so we're going to go through the gate. And we want to take stuff with us that we would take to Torzag's. Torzag doesn't seem to be a common goal for any of the people in the Bronze Desert. Yeah, in fact, there's none here. So, what we'll do instead is just load up on oil. Let's see. 40? 48. I was like, what are the divisible by 8 amounts? Alright, let's see here. So we want to go up. We want to hit both oil fields and then hit the stone gate on the way out. So this is 3 days, probably another 3 days, and then like another 3 days. So we should probably have at least 9 days worth of food. There, that's great. Now, we leave. What was I supposed to do for the prince? Deliver a gift. Oh, that's right. We have to go to the Twin Towers and deliver the gift. Maybe Javic's quest will take us that way too. Who knows? We'll probably eventually finish those quests. Maybe the only thing I could see, like I said, we're going to take a break from Vagrus. Sunless Sea seems like a great Vagrus-like, where it's like trading and kind of exploring, and maybe there's a bit of mystery. Who knows? But that seems like a good option to kind of introduce to the channel, to take over this kind of like slot for a bit. But we'll definitely come back to Vagrus next year. And like I said, maybe if I get all of the stuff done in the Bronze Desert and I can like put together an episode showing off like what happens when you complete Wazir High and Hacktarast and finish the prince's requests and whatnot. Maybe I'll throw a small episode together and throw that out there as well. So definitely keep an eye on the channel. Don't go to sleep. It's important that you keep an eye on the channel at all times. You might miss something important. All right, we've got people there. We're gonna go up to Oilfield Renaris. Renaris usually has a lot of oil from what I remember. It seemed like a weirdly small amount of oil at Oilfield Venari, but what are you gonna do? Go hunt? Maybe you'll catch some desert lizards? Did not. But we can rest in the oil field today. Alright, exchange. And now we gotta make sure we're ditching people here. So let's go ahead and ditch our scouts. And what do we got? So we shouldn't have any passengers, and we don't. So we gotta get down to 60 total. Right now we're at 65, 69, 78. So we need to lose 18 people. So let's start by ditching 10 fighters. And then so that's 15, right? So we're at 54. We're at 63. So we need to lose 3 more people. 1, 2, 3. Correct? 40, 45, 47, 51, 60. Okay, great. And we can still, oh, we still have a full inventory. Buy all the oil. Bam. And I don't think we need any supplies. And these supplies have lasted longer than I thought they would. You don't have anything for me to take to... I should have checked Oilfield Venari, but... Lumen is a tempting idea, but we don't have any guarantee that we would be heading that way. Because when we get back through the gate, right? Zoom out. We're going to get through the gate, hit Torzeg Shelter, and then we're immediately going to visit Javic's old friend. I have no idea where we're going after that. So I think it would be risky to bother taking on this thing, even though it's pretty lucrative. But I think it's fine. We're not hurting for money. I don't need to be that precious about it. Why would I pick up anybody? They don't want to go to the other side of the world. I can't remember if I've ever come across anybody who wanted me to take them through the Realm Gate. Other than, like, specific NPCs. I can't remember if there were any just, like, passengers that were like, Realm Gate time! I don't know. All right, one last camp. Please don't ambush me. Thank you. And then through the gate. To the gate. Astrolabe. In we go. Dude, we're going to make so much money on oil. End. All right. Bye-bye. Let's go to the town. Pick up all of our people. Hello. We will take... How did I have this many fighters? Were there people in here before? Whee! Did I abandon some fighters in here? Let's take as many as we can get away with. Okay, we're at crowded camps. Okay. All right, you 5 people, you live here now. You'll never leave this place. We can take some supplies with us. Let's just even out our stacks and call that good. And then we'll make sure we visit the villagers. Try to buy something, ask for supplies. And then we'll drop off. Oh, they put it in our thing already. Amazing. Goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Good news for us. All right, now we gotta go find Javic's old friend. There we go. But first, we have to sell all our oil. That's very important. We can actually force march today because we have all of our stats. Do you think we can reach Torzeg Shelter in 1 day? No! So close. I don't even think if we had, because we were like 2 movement down, if we had full movement, I don't think we would have reached it. We would have been 1 pip away. Fully mounted though, that's another story. I should probably try to do that just to get the achievement. Just achievement hunting out here. All right, sell all the oil. Goodbye. Good grief. We're above 11,000. Okay, so now we gotta go find his dude. Down here. Okay, let's load up on food. We should ditch some of the people we have. We just have too many people. I don't know how I ended up with this many people. I would like 25 mounts, and I think that would allow us to ditch one of the beasts of burden. So let's get this, sell that. And then we're a little shy, but if we get 2 more mounts, we'll be back up to max. And then let's get rid of 5 more fighters. There we go. That's a slimmer Comitatus. I don't need as much as I had before. Alright, leave to the city gates. Goodbye. And now we go in search of Javic's friend. I assume... Is it in the thing or northeast of the thing? Kind of looks like it's northeast of the thing. So maybe like here? I hope it's not here because I'd rather not have to go down and then back out if it's wrong. But we do have plenty of supplies, so it's not the end of the world. All right, come here. All right, now's the question. Where are we? Oh, we're not even in the thing. Okay, keep going. One more? Dang. All right, we'll loop around. Oh, we're not even... I'm an idiot. How about here? Yes! A slightly narrow pass... I don't know if I've ever seen this before. Was that a rainbow lizard? Amazing. A slightly narrow section of jutting spires converges due south, striking outward from the forest like a jagged spearhead. A path emerges ahead, undulating downward through a gully-like passageway, leading inside the rock thicket. From deep within the forest, a glimpse of light peeks out, beckoning you forth. Head inside. Look at this dude. Seeking confirmation, you prompt Javic to tell you if this is indeed the encampment he mentioned where his friend Narian lives. I believe so, he tells you. I was never here before, but I heard he now works for a prospecting operation in the area. Satisfied, you order the comitatus forward single file under the spires above, which, once you are inside, begin to look as if they will collapse at any moment. Tense moments draw out while you push forward, the comitatus constricted and drawn tightly together, but the light you glimpsed earlier peers closer and closer until soon the view opens up enough for you to make out a hastily formed scavenger camp in a desperate state. Stone huts and tents line the inside of a circular basin overlooked on several sides by massive stone pillars. All openings between them, except for one you entered through, are barricaded or closed off by makeshift walls. Just as you reach the end of the entry passage, a powerful horn sounds off, and the sound of hurried, moving feet comes from both ahead and above. Whoever's camp this is, it would seem that you are not welcome. Identify yourselves or face our wrath, a harsh voice shouts, and you notice a foreign tinge to it. After a quick assessment of the surrounding area, you realize it came from above, between jutting spires that fell upon each other long ago. You begin to wonder how many attackers you face, yet before you can conduct any kind of count, Javic's voice answers. We mean you no harm, friends of the Dragonlands. We are a well-intentioned comitatus, and I seek the man known as Narian, dear friend to me that he is, Javic yells back. Moments of silence linger, and you stand frozen along with the crew. Then out in front, a sprightly old warrior emerges. His sun-kissed, taut face is framed by a strong jaw and a full, well-groomed beard. He's flanked by two guards who have seen better days. Was wondering when you show up, the man says, his gray pockmarked visage cracking into a playful smile. Like a child reunited with a lost parent, Javic runs forward, paying little mind to anything else. The two embrace, and you see the warrior pat him on the back before murmuring, It's good to see you, boy. Pulling back from the embrace, you see Javic scowl mockingly as you hold out your hand to clasp the man's, telling him your name. I'm hardly a boy now, am I? Got my own grays to deal with these days, the sorcerer clarifies fastidiously. Ah, but you'll always be a boy to me, Narian fires back, grinning with mischief in his eyes. Vagrus, this is Narian, Javic introduces his friend. The warrior then turns his eyes on you and nods, smiling warmly. Good to meet you, Vagrus. Come, bring your people. We've enough space for everyone. If you don't mind holding up yourselves on a bunch of scavengers, that is. You respond in kind before ordering the crew to set up temporarily in what open space is available in the basin. Then you sweep your gaze across the lay of the camp. No more than 40 souls dwell here. We outnumber this camp. And for the time being, most are busy sorting various pieces of junk, trinkets and bones. Others form the guard that originally sought to ambush you. All save Narian appear strangely beleaguered, as if consumed by worry and concern, or simply lacking adequate rest. At the edges of the basin between entrances that lead inward, stakes of bone and walls of stone have been erected. Makeshift bivouacs are sparse and scattered throughout, though a cluster of several larger tents and crude stone huts can be found in the camp center. As Narian leads you there, you catch the green serpentine eyes of another figure, a dragonkin woman with a shock of white hair. Steepling her fingers as she walks towards your group, her lips curl into a practiced smile and she tips her head slightly. Greetings, newcomer. I don't believe that we have met. I am Xissa. You introduce yourself in Javic. Well met, she responds simply, honing her green orbs on Narian next. A friend of yours? She asks the gray-haired warrior. He nods. Apologies, dear Vagrus, for the state of our camp. Normally we'd be able to offer so much more. Our friends deserve it, don't we know? But I'm afraid we find ourselves in a dire predicament. Our resources are stretched thin. Raiders beset the camp regularly, and alas, we are ill-equipped to defy their plunderous streak. Raising your hand, you put up the question who they are, at least ostensibly, the two leaders of the camp. Why have the guards not dealt with this problem themselves? They managed to get the drop on you and your crew earlier. Surely they can adequately defend the area. Good lads with swift spears. Oh wait, this is Narian. Good lads with swift spears and strong wills, these boys, but the enemy is no typical adversary. Orcs are not even the regular savage kind. They're a fanatical group of Drakvar worshippers seeking treasure, not dissimilar from ourselves, actually. Barbarians, Xissa spits, fundamentalist vermin who don't even know it was not Drakvar who slew Tarathian, at least not directly. Do not liken them to ourselves, Narian. There is a difference between honoring the sacred fallen and cynically plundering with reckless abandon, she chides. Apologies, lady, the old warrior replies. I simply meant that their objectives do not differ from ours. Their reasons, of course, do. Regardless, he continues, fixing his gaze on you, the men who stopped you at the passage entrance are a bluff. We could not fight off a full attack, in fact, much to my chagrin, and Xissa's. We're simply handed over what they want the last few times they've come, but that won't last long. Our supplies are getting low, and getting more warriors has proven impossible. Perhaps we could help, Javic asks. Can we not, Vagrus? You ask how many of the orcish marauders there are. 200 at least. 40! We outnumber them as well! Narian answers, his visage stern yet concerned. Battle-hardened warriors all. I've fought my fair share over the long years, but these orcs, they're relentless. Grakbor, their leader, calls them the Shattered Spine Clan, perhaps in morbid reference to Tarathian's fall. The reverence for Drakvar runs deep. You seem to be no stranger to battle yourself. If you could force them to clear out, we'd be indebted to you. A debt, I might add, Xissa interjects with a shrewd tone and manner, that we could immediately honor in the way of some dragonbone. Ooh! Valuable! As I'm sure you know, such rarities are highly valued across the realms. I'd much rather give it away to a helping hand than see it taken by the depraved. The weight of the plea, with the promise of a reward to boot, is too much. You acquiesce, pledging to help Narian and Xissa clear out the orcs and ask where you might find them. Due west somewhere, Narian clarifies. Me and a few of the lads have been running reconnaissance, but we could not feasibly threaten them, nor find their camp properly. Seems they move around a lot. I recommend scouting the western reaches if I were you. You nod and promise to look into the matter. Javic, you can tell, is elated, and after Xissa makes clear that you have free reign of the camp, he comes up beside you to express his gratitude before turning to other matters. Listen, come get me when we're leaving. I'll be with Narian. It's been too long and we have a lot to talk about. As Javic departs for now, you consider your next move. Javic gain loyalty. Free folk of the Dragonlands toil and mill about the scavengers' camp, going about their daily business. Some stand guard and patrol near the low basin's entrances, while others prepare hauls of plunder for transportation. Xissa, their dragonkin leader, can usually be found here, as can hardy old-timer Narian. Ask Xissa about their operation. You find the urbane dragonkin woman talking to a trio of warriors who appear battered and exhausted. Her greeting is curt yet not cold. When you ask her about the operation, she strains a frown and runs her long fingers through a shock of white hair on her dome. We've been here for nigh on 10 years now. Whoa! That's so long! Tarathian's fall has been a veritable gold mine for our folk for centuries following the great dragon's demise. But then they came, uncouth barbarians. They look like they could pick the place clean in a matter of months, she frowns. But even though there was an army of accursed scavengers who flocked to the stone forest, they fell upon each other for the bone, and thus most of the bounty was lost, buried in stashes and hidden troves. Those who vied to return never did. Those that followed had not the skill nor the determination to uncover what remains buried. That's where we come in. Even after such a long time, she declares, and her serpentine orbs bore into you. You prod Xissa to elaborate. Are she and her group not scavengers then too? Oh, we benefit from what we find, that's true, but we are no scavengers. Dragon bone's extended value beyond coin. To us it is sacred, and it is with great reverence that I run this operation to recover what remains of it around the fall. Yes, we are compensated by the Dragonlands, but the job is honest. Others who come here, Xissa scoffs, they do it purely for profit, like the orcs. When, or rather if, they are gone, we can continue our operation in earnest. Luckily, others who come here have little idea about where one might find gainful trinkets, or the buried remains of Tarathian, she pauses, and we'd have it no other way. Do something else. Okay. Talk to Narian? The peculiar duo, a staunch sprightly warrior and the ever-contemplative sorcerer, are usually up for a chat when they share each other's company. They stand before you now, ready to discuss whatever you deem poignant. Ask Javic and Narian to explain how they know each other. Quite the story, Javic begins. The first time we met, he saved my life. Narian's a real hero.
Oh, come off it, Narian fires back. I was drunk and you are a boy in trouble. What was I to do? Live with a guilty conscience? Besides, those thugs had it coming to them. They were spoiling for a fight.
You ask the duo to elaborate, and Javic immediately sets off, apparently eager to tell the story. Though Narian gives him a withering glance, surprisingly, he refrains, instead laughing.
Look, Narian continues, I wouldn't want Javic to give you the wrong end of the stick. He's prone to embellishments, after all. Here's the lowdown. I was a young mercenary working in Devon, the Undercity to precise, and I found some good-for-nothings accosting a teenage Javic, and I decided I was going to do something, he admits. I told them to piss off, and they fancied themselves brawlers. Next minute, several of them were bloodied, and I left with a shy but thankful little lad. Something about him, this boy, I said to myself, and sure enough, we had a good chat, didn't we?
Javic seethes in jest before nodding with a grin on his face, though he seems eager to complete the story. And we kept in touch, the Tarkian tells you. Devon's a big city, but we knew where to find him, and well over the years we became good friends. Narian helped me understand the Empire. His advice was almost always perceptive and level-headed. This was mere months after I was liberated, so you can imagine how lost I felt. But he was there for me.
Gods above, man, don't get sappy on me. Sometimes you got questions and sometimes I've got answers. That's how it goes. Besides, we've had our fun, haven't we? Those powers of yours haven't always been such a burden.
True enough, Javic admits. They don't have anything else to say. Leave the camp. Okay, cool. Well, let's go searching for the orcs next episode. So come back, tune in for that. If you guys enjoyed the episode, please click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more episodes of Vagrus, the Riven Realms, or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you have your notifications on so you know when the next videos go live. But until next time, everybody, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody.